Imagine for a moment that everything you've been trying to manifest with the law of attraction never arrives. You visualize, you repeat affirmations, you build vision boards, yet your reality remains exactly the same. Has this ever happened to you? Well, listen carefully. Bob Proctor, one of the greatest masters of the mind and abundance, revealed that most people make a fatal mistake when applying the law of attraction. And until you discover it, you'll be stuck repeating the same frustration over and over again. Stay with me, because today you're going to understand what that hidden mistake is and how to transform it into the driving force that finally unlocks the life you desire. Before we move forward, make sure you subscribe to this channel and give this video a like, because here we share the most powerful teachings about the law of attraction, abundance, and personal transformation. And if you truly want to take your life to the next level, check the description where you'll find exclusive resources to accelerate your manifestation journey. Now, Bob Proctor taught that the human mind functions like a magnet, and that magnet doesn't respond to what you say you want, nor to what you sometimes imagine. That magnet responds to something much deeper, what you truly believe about yourself and your life. And here's where the trap lies. Most people repeat positive affirmations, but deep inside, they are still vibrating with lack, with doubt, with fear. And that is where everything falls apart. This is the fatal mistake. It's not that the law of attraction doesn't work. It's that, without realizing it, you're sending the universe a contradictory signal. You say, I want abundance, but you feel insecurity. You ask for love, but deep inside beats the fear of rejection. The universe doesn't listen to your words, it listens to your vibration. And it's that inner incoherence that completely blocks your results. And the big question is, how do you change this? How can you align your inner world with what you say you want? Bob Proctor repeated over and over, you don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. And that phrase contains the entire key. Because what you are deep within your subconscious mind is what emits the signal that creates your reality. If your subconscious still holds beliefs of lack, fear, or limitation, it doesn't matter how many vision boards you make, how many affirmations you repeat in front of the mirror, or how many motivational videos you watch, you will keep vibrating at the same frequency. This is the moment where most people get frustrated. They think, the law of attraction doesn't work, it's a lie. But the truth is, they simply haven't understood how it really works. The law of attraction always works like gravity. What fails is the way you apply it. And here's the shocking truth. People spend hours imagining an ideal future, yet seconds later, they complain, worry, and fall back into the same old vibrations. That internal contradiction sabotages the entire process. Imagine this, it's like trying to tune into your favorite radio station, but the dial is slightly off. You can want with all your heart to hear your favorite song, but until you adjust to the correct frequency, it will never play. The mind works the same way. The fatal mistake is living in a frequency that does not match what you want to attract. That's why Bob Proctor emphasized something very few people practice. The real work isn't just repeating affirmations, it's reprogramming your subconscious mind. And this isn't done with random words. It's done through daily practice that changes your internal identity. Now ask yourself honestly, are you living as the person who already has what you desire? Or are you still acting, thinking, and feeling like someone who doesn't? The answer to that question determines your vibration and therefore what you attract. Bob Proctor often said that our mind is like a garden. If you don't intentionally plant seeds of prosperity, the subconscious fills itself with weeds, doubts, fears, and inherited beliefs. And those weeds are exactly what prevent the life you desire from growing. The fatal mistake is trying to attract abundance without first removing the roots of scarcity within you. Think about this. What were you taught about money as a child? Perhaps you heard phrases like, money doesn't grow on trees, it's hard to earn, or rich people are selfish. These repeated messages become hidden programs that control your vibration. Even if consciously you want wealth, your subconscious might be sending the opposite signal. Here's the revelation. The subconscious doesn't distinguish between what is real and what is imagined. It responds to what you feel with intensity and repetition. That's why Bob Proctor emphasized the importance of visualization, not as a mere mental exercise, but as emotional training. It's not enough to picture images in your mind. You must feel them as if they are already yours. Feeling is what engraves new information into your subconscious. Imagine how your life would transform if each day you trained your mind to feel gratitude, prosperity, and abundance, as though you were already living that reality. That coherent vibration is what aligns your frequency with what you want to attract. This is where most people fail. They focus on what they lack instead of feeling as though they already have it. What holds you back is not a lack of ability or opportunities. It's the old programs running silently inside you. Until you rewrite them, you'll keep repeating the same patterns over and over again. So how do you truly reprogram your subconscious to align your vibration with your desires? Bob Proctor revealed a method few people practice: conscious auto-imprinting. This involves choosing clearly what you want and repeating it every day, not just with words, but infused with emotion. The key lies in constant repetition and the intensity of feeling. He himself would write every morning on a sheet of paper the goal he wanted to achieve, but he did it as if it were already real. He didn't write, "I want abundance," but rather, "I am so happy and grateful now that my life is filled with unlimited abundance." This small difference changes everything because your subconscious only understands the present. When you write or affirm in the future tense, it postpones it. When you feel it in the present, it assumes it as a current reality. Here is where the fatal mistake unravels. Most people think desire alone is enough. But desire without emotion, without internal coherence, has no creative power. Bob Proctor would say, desire is the starting point, but faith is the fuel, and that faith is not generated through logic. It is generated through emotional practice and daily repetition until the new idea becomes an automatic belief. Imagine how your day would change if every morning you woke up and the first thing you did was connect with the feeling of your goal already fulfilled. Your entire day would be tuned to a completely different frequency. Like a magnet, you would begin attracting people, ideas, and opportunities in harmony with that vibration. That is the real secret most people never apply consistently. And remember, the universe doesn't respond to what you say you want. It responds to what you feel you already are. Bob Proctor insisted that the fatal mistake is not in the law of attraction itself, but in how people relate to it. Most see it as a kind of magic wand. They ask, they wait, and when nothing happens, they get frustrated. But the truth is, this universal principle doesn't respond to passive waiting. It responds to inspired action. And here's another key lesson many forget. Action is part of your vibration. You can't sit and visualize wealth while your daily actions reflect fear and scarcity. Your choices are the clearest proof of the frequency you are sending. If you constantly choose the cheapest option, avoid investing in yourself, or postpone opportunities out of fear, then you're reinforcing your old vibration. No matter how many positive affirmations you repeat, Bob would say the true transformation occurs when you start acting like the person who already has what you desire. You don't wait to feel abundant to invest in yourself. You invest because you already see yourself as abundant. You don't wait to feel confident to speak in public. You speak because you already assume you are confident. That shift in identity aligns your inner world with your outer reality. Here lies the key to breaking frustration. It's not about waiting for the universe to give you signs to act. It's about acting as if you already are that version of yourself you want to become. This coherence between thought, feeling, and action is what allows energy to flow without blockages. And the most powerful part is that when you start living this way, opportunities begin to appear as if by magic. But it's not magic, it's vibration. Now you might be thinking, this sounds inspiring, but how do I maintain that coherence when my current reality screams otherwise? This was one of the most common questions Bob Proctor answered. And his response was always clear. Don't focus on what you see. Focus on what you choose to believe. Your external reality is only a reflection of your past vibration, not your present vibration. What you are living today is the result of previous thoughts, emotions, and actions. That's why, if you want to transform your future, you need to start living today from the vibration of what you desire, even if your environment hasn't changed yet. Bob explained it with a simple metaphor. When you plant a seed, you don't see the tree immediately. For weeks, it may seem like nothing is happening, but underground, the seed is already germinating. The same happens with the law of attraction. Your new beliefs and emotions begin moving in visible energies before they manifest tangibly. The fatal mistake is that many people give up during this invisible stage. Because they don't see immediate results, they revert to old beliefs and pull out the seed before it even has a chance to grow. What you need is faith and persistence. And faith doesn't mean passive waiting. It means acting every day as if your new reality is already on its way. That's why Bob Proctor always repeated, if you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. But the bridge between the two is your ability to maintain the right vibration, even when your eyes haven't seen it yet. Bob Proctor taught that your creative power depends on something he called the inner image. This image is like the blueprint of your life, and it is built from what you believe is possible for yourself. The fatal mistake most people make is trying to attract big changes while keeping a small, limited, and weak inner image. For example, someone wants prosperity but still sees themselves as someone barely surviving. Another wants love but internally believes they are unworthy of being loved. This contradiction between what you want and what you believe you are creates a vibrational short circuit. The universe won't give you what you desire. It gives you what matches the inner image you hold. And here is the solution Bob repeated tirelessly. You need to elevate your self-image. The only way to manifest something greater is to see yourself as someone capable of receiving it. This doesn't happen overnight, but it does happen through consistent practice. Visualizing, writing your goals in the present tense, acting as if you are already that person. All of this trains your mind to expand your self-image. The most fascinating part is that when your self-image changes, everything around you begins to align. Opportunities that once seemed distant appear. The right people come into your life, and what once felt impossible now feels natural. Not because the universe has changed, but because your perception of yourself has. That's why Bob Proctor insisted, if you want more, you first need to become more. This is the true key to unlocking the doors to abundance. So let's return to the big question. What is the fatal mistake when using the law of attraction? Bob Proctor revealed it clearly, trying to attract from an incoherent vibration. Saying with your mouth that you want abundance while your heart vibrates with fear. Desiring love while your self-image tells you you are not enough. Visualizing grand dreams, yet acting every day like someone who doesn't believe in them. That is the real blockage. And what Bob taught us is that the solution lies in aligning thought, feeling, and action. When you achieve that coherence, the law of attraction stops being a theory and becomes a real, tangible experience. Remember, you don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. And you can choose who you are at any moment. By reprogramming your subconscious mind, elevating your self-image, and living each day in the vibration of what you want to manifest. Imagine for a moment how your life would change if, starting today, you began to feel and act as the person already living in abundance, love, and fulfillment. What opportunities would appear? What doors would open? That is the transformation Bob Proctor wanted everyone to experience. So now, it's your moment. If this message resonated with you, subscribe to the channel and give this video a like, because here you'll find more powerful teachings about the law of attraction and how to apply it correctly. And if you really want to go deeper, check the description for exclusive resources and materials that will help accelerate your manifestation process. The decision is in your hands. Continue repeating the fatal mistake, or align once and for all with the life you've always dreamed of.